Hey y'all, Brother Ken here. Got a quick guide for you on 5 ways to prepare for Rise of Iron. Some of these might be pretty obvious, some not so much, so let's get started. Speaking of obvious, number 1 is Moments of Triumph. Now everybody should be familiar with these, but if you're not, they're basically tasks you need to perform in-game to earn special shaders and special emblems. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail on this since there's a ton of info out there on this already. But I will include 2 great links for you in the description. One is a DestinyDB.com guide on all the different moments of triumph. The other is a great website that shows the individual calcified fragments you need and how to get them. Keep in mind there is a deadline for this. If you are on legacy consoles, that's PS3 or Xbox 360, you need to have these done by August 16th at 2 a.m. Pacific time. If you're on current consoles, you have basically until the launch of the expansion, that's September 20th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Now for number 2. Buy weapons. With every Destiny expansion, the weapons available from the Tower and from Trials of Osiris and Iron Banner change. Now we do know that any weapon in Year 2 that you have will be infusible and usable in Year 3. So any great weapon you have now, you can carry forward and continue using. There are a ton of great weapons available at this very moment that I would recommend getting before it's too late. Here's 6 weapons I would definitely suggest picking up while you still can. Number 1 is Doctrine of Passing. It's an auto rifle available from Trials of Osiris, either at the 7 win mark or from the Lighthouse. You're probably familiar with this weapon, but we don't know what the equivalent will be in Year 3, so if you can, pick one up with a good roll, preferably with counterbalance. Number 2 is the Hawksaw. The stock roll you can get from the Crucible vendor is amazing. If you do any Crucible at all, you should probably have one already. If you don't, pick one up before it's too late. Number 3 is one of my favorite weapons. It's the Righteous 7, available from New Monarchy. The stock roll on this is fantastic. It has counterbalance, perfect balance, and reinforced barrel. So definitely pick one of these up. Number 4 is a gunsmith weapon, the PDX-45. It's basically the same gun as the Hawksaw, just not as ugly. So if you have the opportunity, pick one of these up too. The last 2 weapons I'll suggest are both fusion rifles from the Future Workhold vendor. One is called the Vortex, one is the Vacancy. The Vortex is actually my very favorite gun in the game right now. It's the faster charging archetype and it looks great, along with the Vacancy is a slower charging, also looks great, with both have fantastic perks on them. There's probably a ton of other great guns out there you can pick up. These are just my favorites. Don't forget class items you can pick up from the speaker, any kind of faction gear, all that stuff's going to change. So anything you really like, pick it up now while you can. Number 3, Exotic Ingrams. So I've been stockpiling exotic Ingrams for a while, basically because I don't really need anything from them. Now we do know from the Taken King, if Rise of Iron is anything like that, the old Ingrams will not decrypt into new gear. However, there are 2 good reasons to stockpile these. The first is every Ingram you decrypt gives you 250 rep with the Crypt Arc. It takes 3,000 rep to level him up and get stuff from him, so it takes 12 Ingrams to level him up completely. This would be a great way right off the bat to get a bunch of the new gear and new shaders and all the stuff that will be available when this expansion hits. Secondly, we know the Year 2 gear will carry over, so these old Ingrams will give you old gear, but they should give you higher light levels, which means you can get that max level light much faster. Now, number 4, Legendary Marks. This was pretty straightforward. Before the expansion comes out, go max out your Legendary Marks. That way, if there's something you want to buy first day, you totally can. Now, we should have one more Iron Banner before the expansion hits, so if you have 0 right now, you should be able to max them out if you do your weekly bounties with that last Iron Banner. Now, number 5, stockpile your materials. This is your Spirit Blooms, Relic Irons, and all that. It also includes Strange Coins, Motes of Light, maybe 3 of Coins. I remember when the Taken King hit, I had none of this stuff saved, so it took me forever to level up all that great new gear I got, and I was really regretting not saving that stuff up ahead of time. We got more than a month before the expansion comes out, so you probably don't need to go out and farm this stuff. Even if you just go pick up your weekly packages from Barracks at the Reef, that'll be a huge step in the right direction. And that's pretty much it for my guide, guys. Like I said, pretty straightforward, some of it obvious, some of it maybe not so much. I hope it helped you out a lot. Let me know if there's any other stuff that you guys plan on doing to prepare. And I cannot wait for this to come out. Talk to you soon. Later.